I'm going to be showing you some of my antique books, and sorry. Just gonna light it like this. I'm going to be showing you some of my antique books. And one of the books is not an antique book, and I'm pretty sure I've shown it to you guys before, but I really like it, and I think it has some cool sounds, so I'm going to show it to you again. Oh my gosh. Sorry, these matches are burning very quickly. And as you can tell, this is soft-spoken, not whispering. I hope that's okay. Okay, this is weird. There we go. Now we got some ambiance a little bit. So I'm just going to move these over here. I don't think you can see them, but they're there. So, most of my antique books are at my parents' house, so I don't have very many here. I have a large collection at home, and if you guys would like to see my collection, you can just let me know. I'm gonna go home for Christmas in December, so that is definitely a possibility. Just let me know. So the first book I'm going to show you is called The Standard History of Music, a first history for students of all ages, at all ages. Sorry, I'm reading upside down. And I don't think this one's very old compared to some of the other ones I have. So this one is copyrighted in 1910. So that's a good age. I don't really read my antique books. They're more for collection. And the contents reads how music began, and I don't want to read all that. But there are some cool pictures of instruments, which I hope you can see okay. Okay, sorry about that. I edited the way my camera is. I moved that so you could hopefully see the pictures better. This book is in very excellent condition, and this is a picture of someone singing. Kind of reminds me of what maybe it looked like when David sang to Saul with his harp. Obviously basic music theory stuff. Here's a picture of Beethoven playing for his friends, which I don't know if you can see that. I think you can. I'll put it like that. There he's at the piano. And there's Franz, just call him Franz because I can't say his last name. Franz Schubert, I think. See what's that. Oh, sorry, I know this is upside down for you guys, but it's the right side for me. So this is just the growth of modern music, and it's like a timeline. Pretty neat. I've never really looked at this book in depth before. And the index, of course. To be honest, I started collecting books. Oh wow, there's a map back here. That is so cool. Wow. This is amazing. I apologize if I make you dizzy, but I'm going to pick up the camera right now to show you guys this. So if you get dizzy when people move the camera, please skip ahead a couple minutes. So I'm gonna pick up the camera and show you guys this because you have to see this. It's so cool. So we have Spain. So it's all of Europe. Oh, my chair's squeaky, sorry. Mediterranean, and it's in color. Wow, this is so cool. And you can see where there's Mozart, I think, yeah. Where all the famous artists came from. That is really cool. Okay, I'm gonna put the camera back now. That's really cool. And let's see. The next book is, I think, 101 Famous Poems. Has a very beautiful picture in the front. It's a woman and a, what is the instrument called? It's not, I want to say mandolin, but I know that's not what it's called. Oh gosh. Please correct me or tell me what that is. It's gonna bug me. It looks like a guitar, but it's not a guitar. It's not a lyre, that's more like a harp. Anyways. I love when there are dedications in books. This says Christmas 1978 to Diane from Jim, Russ, and Helen Sparks. So this book was actually my mom's book. So it's, I know who the dedication is to, but when there are dedications, you know, books that I find at thrift stores or antique shops, I kind of like to let my imagination run and make up stories about why they gave that person the book. They were friends or in love with each other, or some of my favorite stories are unrequited love. So there are a lot. These are all just like super famous poets. Tennyson, Emerson, Foss. This is really cool because I've been learning a lot about these poets this semester in school. Oh, Captain, my Captain. That's a really famous poem. Maybe I'll read this poem. It's not Christmas yet, but I'll read it anyways. It's Christmas Everywhere by Phillips Brooks. Born December 13th, 1835, died January 23rd, 1893. Everywhere, everywhere, Christmas tonight. Christmas in lands of the fir tree and pine, Christmas in lands of the palm tree and vine, Christmas where snow peaks stand solemn and white, Christmas where cornfields stand sunny and bright, Christmas where children are hopeful and gay, Christmas where old men are patient and gray, Christmas where peace, like a dove in his flight, broods o'er men brave in the thick of the fight. Everywhere, everywhere, Christmas tonight. For the Christ child who comes is master of all, no palace too great, no cottage too small. That's really cool. Got Wordsworth, Shelley, Percy Shelley, another Emerson poem. Let's see. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. The sad thing is all, oh, there's a woman poet. I think there's another woman poet over here. Sometimes the men dressed like women. Not dressed like women, but sometimes they were. Oh, I read this poem. Actually, I did an essay on it. It's Blessed Damsel by Dante Gabriel Rossetti. And it's this poem about a dream that I think he's like a farm boy or farm man, a shepherd is having about his lover who died 10 years ago. And in his dream he thinks it's kind of real, and he is imagining that the woman that he lost is in heaven looking down upon him, and he imagines that she misses him and loves him so much that she would rather be with him on earth instead of in heaven, which is obviously ridiculous. I would be in heaven any other day. And so it's not really true, it's his projection on her. It's quite an interesting poem, but it's a little long. I did get an A on that essay, so it's pretty cool. And, oh, I forgot to look at the publication date, or the print date. So it's copyrighted in 1958, which is pretty cool, 50 years ago. And I took 2 poetry classes this semester. One of them being modern poetry, and one of them being Victorian. It was actually Victorian literature, but a lot of what we read was poetry. So this book, I started reading it, but I never finished it. It's called The Greatest Thing in the World by Henry Drummond, who is, if I'm not mistaken, a famous not pastor, but like a speaker. He's a famous Christian speaker. Also a very intelligent man. So it was first published in 1930 in this form, and revised in 1953, and then this current print is 1978. So, all of these, so I think they're sermons, if I'm not mistaken. They're sermons and addresses that he had, are all on Christianity. Extremely, extremely well written. Yeah, just like some really, really great passages, like the 3 facts of sin is one of his sermons. To me to live is Christ. The eccentricity of religion, changed life, and obviously the most famous, the greatest thing in the world, which is obviously love. I really recommend his readings. Extremely good. The Relation of the Will of God. Wow, I should read that. That sounds really good. Especially as a college student. You know, that whole, what's my purpose? God, where do I go after this? Lord willing, I will be done with school next December, so 2015, which is very, very exciting for me. I will be graduating in 4 years and 1 semester, so I'm really, really proud of myself and thankful to the Lord for getting me even this far in college. So, I have 2 more books I want to show you guys. This is another poetry book. It's 101 famous poems with a prose supplement. Here is a dedication that is not of somebody that I know. It says, "Dear Barbara and Arthur." Actually, this might be I think this book is for my grandma. It might be, because I'm pretty sure this book's for my grandma, so I take that back. I do know who this is. "May you have all the happiness in this world has to offer." I think it says Irene or Eileen and Glenn. So this actually is a book for my grandma. I'm betting that I got those last 2 books from my grandma. She has a lot of books, and I take them. Not like steal them, like she gives them to me. Let's see, this one is also 1958. So, I wonder if this is the same exact book that I already have. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna feel really dumb if I just noticed that right now. It is. This is the same exact book as the other one I just showed you guys. Here we have 101 famous poems, 101 famous poems. You can't blame me. They look very different. But I guess these are the same books. Like I said, I don't really read them. I just collect them. So that's actually not very interesting to show you the same book. I'll just tap on it a little. Sorry about that. I probably brought these antique books because they were all the smallest and I didn't really look at them. because I wanted to have a couple books with me. Oh, you know what? I think there's one I forgot. One second. I actually forgot about this one. And I think I might have shown it to you guys already. I'm not 100% sure. I like to do book videos, so I kind of forget which books I show you guys. I'm obsessed with books. I am an English major, so this one I've never read, but I really, really like the cover. Just think it looks really nice, really cool. The reason I started collecting antique books was because I want to have books. I want to have like a buttload of books. Sorry, I shouldn't have said a buttload. I want to have a bunch of books when I get a house. So I actually started collecting books when I was like about probably like junior high or high school. Probably high school. The copyright is 1908. And let's see, this is a dedication. It says, "To Elise, this ship of mine does not contain the precious stuffs that others do, but bears into the raging main assorted yarns addressed to you. Because or coarse, fine, black or white, or skinned or tangled to undo, you always buy and send not back the yarns I always spin for you. From day to day, from year to year, in easy times or in duress, you buy my yarns and sell them dear, and pay for them in loveliness. 1,000 times you've paid for all that I have ever spun, and in outpoured advances bought the call on all I ever hoped to spin. So men of me, when I am not, shall say, if anything, here lies a merchant whose unusual lot it was to trade in paradise." And it's signed G.N. I started collecting antique books, and so that way when I got a house, I could have a bunch of really cool looking bookshelves with antique books. It's kind of funny because I don't actually read them. I like what they represent. I like what antique books represent, and for me that is history, culture, the changing times of technology, changing times of media, youth, what young people read now versus what young people used to read. I guess what any person used to read. It's really changing. So I guess it's kind of superficial because I don't really read the books. I just like what they represent. I do read books, but I don't really particularly read the antique books that I collect. So it's a little superficial. I guess I'll show you guys this other book. It's not an antique book, and I'm positive I've shown it to you guys before in other book videos. It's enormous, but it's because it has 7 novels in it of Jane Austen. And I just like the pages. Obviously, I don't really read out of this book. It's huge. I have, but it's quite uncomfortable. You kind of have to read it at a desk. My favorite book of Jane Austen is Northanger Abbey. I really, really like that book. It's just, yeah, that's great. She's great. Oh, that was kind of loud, sorry. know if you guys want me to do more like soft speaking videos like this, or if you guys just like the whispering videos. I kind of like the soft spoken videos, but I know that whisper videos are quite popular. Here it is, Northanger Abbey, my favorite. I haven't read all of her novels, but I have read most of them. Like the letters, I haven't read Lady Susan. I've read Mansfield Park, Pride and Prejudice. I think I read Sense and Sensibility, but I didn't like it, so I have read Emma, and I have read Persuasion, which I like that. I think I guess I have read all of them, except for Lady Susan. So, I think that was her uncompleted one. Or was that Mansfield Park? I don't remember. So anyways, apologize for the background noise. I'm filming in the middle of the day. So there is more noise outside of my door. But yeah, please let me know what you guys want to see more of, and I hope that you guys all have a great day.